So here's my Astrantia, and some of them are ready to be collected, the seeds. But over here we have a mix of white ones and almost beautiful purple color here. Those ones are not ready to be collected. But I have some over here that they turn kind of brownish color. And then here, you can see them. Then the seeds are almost, they start to also just to self-sow in the garden. They will just fall down and just start to germinate actually next spring. Here we go, here we have a bunch of new ones. So what you could do, you could leave them out in the garden and let the nature do its thing, and then they'll come around in your garden. But if you want to, sometimes it's hard to notice what is a weed and what is a new baby Astrantia. So, and these ones actually need, compared to other perennials, they need changing temperatures to germinate. So they both need some cold and some hot weather to start to sprout. So what I do, I collect these ones in a coffee filter with a name tag on, and then I sow them in my greenhouse in winter, and then they germinate, then they will start to sprout.
So for this, we're using regular potting soil because it's the cheapest. We did add water beforehand. That'll help our seeds not get lost and tossed around in the tray.
Oh, and if you want to see a great video on how to winter sow, click the link here.
Good job, Lars.
So this, the Astrantia, the Stjerneskan we call it, is, as you can see, a much larger seed. So it's going to be a little bit easier to scatter around the tray here. So again here I'm not really putting, like I don't really mind it grows close to each other. A lot of the perennials here also, they don't mind being close to each other. And then later on you can divide them if they grow. But it gives you also, you have more percentage growing. So always add a little bit extra, some of them might not sprout. So in that way you're certain of getting a lot of new smaller plants. So again, this the Astrantia here, because seeds are different, this kind, this plant doesn't mind to be just having a little bit of dirt on top. You don't need to cover it as much as the other, for example, the Cosmos. So just a little bit more, doesn't mind to have a little light. So here we go. And then you also will add a name tag. Here we go, we write it here. Astrantia, here we go. And then you just add it in here and it's ready to go outside.
Now it's time to place these in the glass house. They're going to need sunlight and they're going to need to be watered once every 2 weeks with a little sprayer. Just keep an eye on them. Once these seedlings start to sprout, they'll be ready to plant out directly in the garden come springtime.
So it has been 3 months and the Astrantia sprouted in the tray. And now when they have the second set of leaves, like here, I have repotted them in a slightly bigger pot. Once they're a little bit bigger, when the roots start to poke out from the bottom here, it's time for me that they can plant them out in the garden. If you don't have the time nor the space, you can also plant them directly out from the tray out in the garden.